Have you ever looked back and wished you had made different choices? As we grow older, the decisions we make can either help us build a happy and meaningful life, or slowly take away our joy and well-being. The truth is, some mistakes may seem small at first, but over time they can have serious effects, leading to loneliness, financial struggles, and even health problems that could have been prevented. In this video, we'll discuss 5 of the biggest mistakes people make in old age that can quietly ruin their lives. Some of these may surprise you, because they happen so gradually that many don't even realize the damage they're doing until it's too late. But once you recognize these patterns, you'll have the power to make smarter choices, avoid regrets, and take control of your future. Stay with us until the end, because this isn't just about avoiding mistakes, it's about making sure your later years are filled with happiness, purpose, and good health. We'll break down what these 5 mistakes are, why they happen, and how you can avoid them to create a better life. So, if you want to make sure you're not holding yourself back, without even realizing it, you won't want to miss this. Now, let's get started. Mistake number 1. Ignoring physical health. One of the biggest and most harmful mistakes people make in old age is neglecting their physical health. It often starts small, skipping a morning walk here, choosing fast food over nutritious meals there. But over time, these habits add up. As mobility decreases and energy fades, many assume it's just a normal part of aging. The reality is, much of the decline that happens later in life isn't just due to aging. It's due to inactivity, poor nutrition, and ignoring early warning signs of health problems. If you've ever felt stiff after sitting too long or noticed your balance isn't as good as it used to be, that's your body sending a warning. Movement is crucial, no matter your age. The less you move, the harder it becomes to stay active. Before you know it, simple tasks like standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or reaching for something on a shelf become difficult. Weak muscles lead to poor balance, which increases the risk of falls, one of the biggest dangers for seniors. A single fall can cause injuries that take months to heal, or in some cases, completely change your quality of life. Take Henry, for example. At 74, he considered himself fairly healthy, but he started skipping his daily walks. A few months later, he noticed standing for long periods made his legs ache. By the time he tried to get back into exercise, he had lost so much strength that even short walks left him exhausted. It took months to rebuild what he had lost, and he often regretted letting himself slow down. Another issue is poor diet. Many seniors believe they don't need to focus on nutrition because they eat less than before. But as the body ages, it actually needs more of certain nutrients: protein to maintain muscle, calcium for strong bones, and fiber for good digestion. Eating too many processed foods, skipping meals, or relying on quick snacks can lead to deficiencies that make you feel tired, weaken your immune system, and increase the risk of health problems like diabetes and high blood pressure. Ignoring regular doctor visits is another mistake with serious consequences. Many people avoid checkups unless they feel really sick, but routine screenings can catch problems early when they're much easier to treat. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, and early signs of osteoporosis often have no obvious symptoms, so by the time you notice something is wrong, the damage may already be done. The good news is, it's never too late to make changes. Even small improvements, like adding a 15-minute walk to your day, replacing processed food with fresh meals, or doing light strength training, can make a huge difference. Regular health checkups can help catch problems early. Taking care of your body isn't about stopping aging. It's about making sure you can continue doing what you love for as long as possible. Mistake number 2. Withdrawing from friends and family. One of the saddest mistakes people make in old age is distancing themselves from social connections. At first, it may seem harmless, skipping a few gatherings, making fewer phone calls, or assuming others are too busy. But over time, this isolation can lead to loneliness, depression, and even faster, mental and physical decline. Humans are social beings, and staying connected isn't just about having company. It's about keeping your mind sharp, your emotions balanced, and your sense of purpose strong. Many seniors believe loneliness is just a part of aging, but that's not true. Studies show that social isolation has the same effect on health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases the risk of heart disease, weakens the immune system, and even raises the chance of developing dementia. Without regular conversations, shared experiences, and emotional connections, the brain slows down, making memory loss and confusion more likely. Consider Dorothy, a 76-year-old who gradually stopped calling her friends. She told herself they were probably too busy with their own families. Weeks turned into months, and soon she was spending most of her days alone, with only the TV for company. Her energy dropped, her mood darkened, and she struggled to enjoy things she once loved. But when she finally decided to reconnect, calling an old friend, joining a book club, and inviting her grandchildren over more often, her entire outlook changed. She felt happier, more engaged, and even noticed improvements in her memory and energy levels. Another mistake is relying only on family for social interaction. While family is important, expecting them to be your only source of companionship can lead to disappointment. Loved ones have their own responsibilities, so it's essential to have a network of friends, neighbors, or community members to interact with. Having multiple sources of social engagement ensures you won't feel abandoned when family members are busy. Technology has made staying in touch easier than ever, yet many seniors avoid it because they find it overwhelming. But learning to use simple tools like video calls, social media, or voice messages can help maintain meaningful connections, especially when in-person visits aren't possible. Learning how to use these tools isn't about keeping up with trends. It's about making sure you're not left behind in a world that's becoming more digital every day. The good news is, it's never too late to reconnect. Joining a club, volunteering, attending local events, or even making a habit of calling a friend once a week can make a big difference. The goal isn't to fill your schedule. It's to build meaningful connections that keep you mentally sharp, emotionally fulfilled, and engaged with the world. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, comment *2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Refusing to adapt to change. One of the biggest mistakes people make as they grow older is resisting change. Whether it's technology, lifestyle adjustments, or evolving social norms, many seniors hold on to their old ways and refuse to adapt. It's understandable. Change can be uncomfortable. After decades of living a certain way, it's easy to feel like you shouldn't have to learn something new. But the truth is, refusing to adapt won't stop the world from changing. It only makes life more frustrating and lonely. Many people assume that modern technology is only for younger generations. But in today's world, staying connected often depends on being open to learning new things. Whether it's using a smartphone, managing online banking, or making a video call, these skills aren't just conveniences, they're becoming necessary. When seniors avoid even basic digital tools, they often find themselves left out of important conversations, struggling with everyday tasks that could be easier, or even more vulnerable to scams because they don't understand how things work. Take Albert, for example. At 78, he refused to use a smartphone, convinced that his old flip phone was good enough. But over time, he realized he was missing out. His grandkids communicated in group chats he couldn't join. His bank required online access for certain services, and he lost out on many conveniences that could have made his life simpler. Eventually, he decided to give technology a try. With a little patience, he learned how to text, make video calls, and even order groceries online. What started as a reluctant effort soon became something that made his life better in ways he never expected. Another way people resist change is by clinging to outdated habits, even when better choices exist. This could be something as simple as refusing to adjust their diet for better health, ignoring modern safety measures at home, or dismissing new medical advice because it's different from what they were told years ago. The mindset of, "This is how I've always done it," can be risky, especially when safer, healthier, and more effective alternatives exist. Change also affects relationships, and refusing to adapt can create distance between family members. Younger generations communicate differently, hold different values, and live different lifestyles. Instead of criticizing or resisting these changes, embracing them with an open mind can help strengthen relationships rather than push loved ones away. Many seniors find that when they stop expecting things to be the way they once were and start accepting the world as it is, they feel more connected and less frustrated. Adjusting to change doesn't mean losing who you are. It means being flexible enough to keep moving forward. The world isn't going backward, and the more willing you are to learn, grow, and adapt, the more independent and fulfilled you'll be. It's never too late to embrace new ways of doing things. The more open-minded you are, the more you'll discover that change isn't something to fear. It's something that can bring unexpected joy and new opportunities into your life. Number 4. Mismanaging finances. One of the most damaging mistakes people make in old age is not handling their finances wisely. It's easy to assume that money matters less as you get older, especially if you're retired and have savings or a pension. But the reality is that poor financial decisions, whether it's overspending, underestimating future costs, or failing to prepare for emergencies, can quickly turn what should be comfortable years into a period of stress, struggle, and dependence on others. Many seniors fall into the trap of thinking they have enough money to last, only to realize too late that rising medical bills, inflation, or unexpected costs eat away at their savings much faster than expected. It's not just about having money, it's about making sure it lasts. Even those who are financially secure in their younger years can find themselves struggling if they don't adjust their spending habits to fit their new stage of life. Consider Richard, a 72-year-old who believed he had saved enough to enjoy retirement without worries. He traveled often, bought generous gifts for his grandchildren, and dined out regularly. But by his late 70s, he started noticing his savings were running low. Medical bills piled up, and he hadn't planned for long-term care costs. Faced with few options, he had to rely on his children for financial help, something he never wanted to do. Had he been more careful with his spending earlier, he could have stretched his savings and maintained his financial independence. Planning ahead. Budgeting wisely and understanding how your expenses may change with age are key to avoiding financial hardship. The goal isn't just to have enough, it's to make sure your money works for you, allowing you to enjoy your later years without unnecessary stress. Another mistake seniors often make is neglecting their financial planning. Many assume that, once they retire, they no longer need to think about investments, budgeting, or adjusting their finances. However, managing money is a lifelong responsibility. Even in old age, making smart financial choices can have a huge impact on comfort and peace of mind. Keeping track of expenses, understanding healthcare costs, and preparing for possible long-term care can help prevent financial struggles in the future. Seniors are also frequent targets for scams, and one of the most heartbreaking ways people lose their financial security is by trusting the wrong individuals. Phone scams, email fraud, and even dishonest people pretending to be financial advisors can wipe out savings in an instant. Many seniors grew up in a time when people were more trusting, and scammers take advantage of this. Learning to recognize financial scams, avoiding unsolicited offers, and having a trusted advisor or family member review big financial decisions can help prevent devastating losses. Financial security in old age isn't about being rich, it's about being smart. Creating a clear budget, avoiding unnecessary spending, and planning for future expenses can ensure that your money lasts as long as you do. It's never too late to make adjustments, and even small financial changes today can mean the difference between peace of mind and financial stress later. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any of our videos. Your support helps us continue to create content that informs and inspires. Now let's move on to the next mistake. Mistake number 5, giving up on mental growth and purpose. One of the most overlooked but life-changing mistakes seniors make is giving up on personal growth and losing their sense of purpose. Many fall into the mindset that retirement marks the end of learning, setting goals, or contributing to the world. But the truth is, having something meaningful to look forward to whether it's a hobby, a passion, or a new challenge, is one of the most important factors in staying mentally sharp, emotionally fulfilled, and physically healthy. A common misconception is that mental decline is unavoidable. While aging brings changes, the brain remains capable of learning, adapting, and building new connections. The real danger isn't age itself, it's inactivity. When seniors stop engaging in mentally stimulating activities, their brain slows down. Studies show that those who continue learning, whether through reading, solving puzzles, or picking up new skills, are far less likely to experience cognitive decline. Take Linda, for example. She was once an active, curious woman, but after retiring, she spent most of her time watching TV, feeling as though her best years were behind her. Over time, she became forgetful, lost interest in conversations, and felt disconnected from life. Then, she decided to take an art class at a local community center, something she had never done before. Within weeks, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. Her mind felt sharper, and she even made new friends in the process. Another major mistake is failing to find a reason to get up in the morning. Many seniors spend decades working, raising families, and handling responsibilities, only to feel lost once those roles fade. Without a sense of purpose, boredom and depression can take over. Having a reason to stay engaged, whether it's volunteering, mentoring younger generations, gardening, or even writing a book, creates motivation, structure, and fulfillment in daily life. Some seniors avoid trying new things because they fear failure or believe it's too late. But the reality is, age has nothing to do with learning something new. Some of the most inspiring stories come from people who started new careers, learned new languages, or took up hobbies in their 70s, 80s, or even 90s. Growth doesn't stop. At a certain age, it stops when you decide to stop trying. Staying mentally active and having a sense of purpose doesn't just improve mood, it affects longevity, brain function, and even physical health. People who keep challenging themselves, stay curious, and find new ways to contribute to the world around them lead happier, more fulfilling lives. No matter your age, your mind is still capable of growth, and your life still has meaning. The key is to keep looking forward, keep learning, and never believe that your best days are behind you. Final thoughts. Now that we've covered these 5 major mistakes, take a moment to reflect on which of them might be affecting your life or the lives of those around you. Aging isn't just about getting older. It's about making choices that determine whether your later years will be filled with joy, purpose, and independence, or with regret and frustration. The good news is, avoiding these mistakes doesn't require drastic changes. Small adjustments in how you approach your health, relationships, mindset, and finances can make a big difference in your overall well-being. If you've been neglecting your physical health, now is the time to start moving, eating well, and staying on top of medical checkups. If you've been isolating yourself, make an effort to reconnect with old friends, build new relationships, and use technology to stay engaged. If you've been resisting change, remind yourself that adapting doesn't mean losing who you are. It means giving yourself the tools to stay independent and connected in a fast-changing world. If finances have been a concern, take proactive steps to secure your future. Cut unnecessary expenses and protect yourself from financial risks. If you've lost your sense of purpose, start small, pick up a book, try a new activity, or find ways to share your wisdom and experience with others. The choices you make today will shape the quality of your life in the years ahead. It's never too late to take control, make better decisions, and ensure that your later years are some of your best. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned from this video and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts matter to us, and reading your comments keeps us motivated to create valuable content for you. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support allows us to continue creating content that informs and inspires. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.